My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire. It is time to once again ascend this spire with the defect. If you are in the habit of not watching the dailies, then let me tell you that there has been an update as of last episode that is including, I want to say 4 trillion new potions. Hello again. Obtain a random rare relic. Enemies in the next combats for 3. Could I snipe an enemy with that? No, not there. No, not there. No, not there. No, not there. Okay, I can't snipe an elite with the enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 HP. Obtain a random rare card. A random rare relic, I think, is actually going to be what we go for here. 7 max HP for a random rare relic is pretty good. Okay, we traded 7 max HP for 14 max HP. I'm not particularly pleased about that. I don't really like that Mango is a rare relic, but, you know. That's how it is. There's a path with 4 elites, and it's got like a really good opener, so if we just choose like super aggressive cards, I've got a feeling that we can just choose a bunch of super aggressive cards and then possibly take out those 4 elites. If we can't, as long as we limp to the boss, then we'll be fine later. Okay. Go for the eyes is okay. Pretty good, in fact. Beam Cell's actually also pretty okay. Beam Cell Sweeping Beam. Alright, I'm going to take some low-cost, easy effect cards. Transform a card. Transform a strike or a defend. Let's go for a strike. Double energy's not really useful in how this build has been shaping up so far. We'll see. Alright, double defend. There's no need to take damage this turn. Single sweeping beam plus another attack will get it. Alright, good. No, not yet. We haven't got a run really defined yet, unfortunately. Alright. I'm going to smith the beam cell so that I can actually hold these enemies to account for a couple turns. I don't really generate many orbs, unfortunately, so can't really take the barrage, even though it's on sale. It's the kind of fight I was basically preparing for. Sweeping. Strike. I will use dual cast. There's a lot of upfront damage we got to do there. Really, really rough draw for us. I am actually going to triple defend. Because I assume I will be able to kill this turn. And that assumption is rewarded. Beautiful. Jutsu Bracelet. Regular enemy combats are no longer encountered in question mark rooms, as well as... I mean, a Streamline is totally something that fits in this deck right now. Ancient T-Set. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with 2 extra energy. So basically, right now, we don't really have, like, value. Double energy is going to get worse when we shuffle the days back into the deck, because it's going to be super unlikely we draw a hand that double energy will ever be useful in. So I'm just going to waste double energy to get it out of there right now. This is definitely like a really, really, really extraordinarily aggressive opener for us to take. But I think that's fine, actually. Worst case scenario, we die and then we do something else. Beautiful. I mean, we're not even losing that much HP in these fights. Make sure that hits the backliner. Because I can't kill the frontliner this turn, but the backliner I might be able to prevent from attacking. Okay. Lightning went the right way. 9 damage on the front line means that, what? I only have to commit 8 here? So, of course, that's how that went down. But now we can just immediately pass the turn and kill. Ginger, you can only become weakened. Alright, so the aggressive build is much more effective right now. I don't think I take a second beam cell, but I am looking at it quite seriously right now. I'm also actually looking at the static discharge because I am going to take some damage. That's really unfortunate. Bag of Marbles totally would be one of the cards we'd look for here. Take a Rip and Tear and a removal. Alright, well, at the very least, we get set up fully here. Also, this potion isn't a Swift Potion, by the way. It's an attack potion, so a random attack card will be added to my hand and it'll cost 0. I was really hoping to open this fight with Beam Cell Streamline, unfortunately. Oh, and I can. Beautiful. Random attack potions added. It's Scrape. Holy crumbs. Okay. And then we'll Scrape, which doesn't draw anything that we can use, but that's fine. It was a bunch of damage at the very least. Okay, we go for Yaya's Streamline. That's a hell of a lot of damage. That'll do. Pair, raise your max HP by 10. All right, that's going to give us some HP to continue on this path as well. I'm not going to take a second Streamline here, though. I don't want to go to another shop, so... Upgrade 2 cards and lose 18 HP. Unfortunately, that almost certainly means that I'm about to die in this next fight, so I have to leave that. I almost always take that event, though, so I'm really, really saddened by it. This is a really, really, really unfortunate opening hand for us. Mm-hmm. $22 plus 20 plus 3, 22 plus 20 plus 3 is 45. Not enough for lethal. This is 16 plus... So the dual cast is actually worse than the Rip and Tear here. Yeah, we haven't got lethal. And we die, right? No, we can defend. Which survives this turn for us. This is 20. This is 22. But I also can't zap or dual cast, so the 22 is better. Unfortunately, it's extremely unlikely we manage to kill this turn, though. Yeah. Well, damn. Okay, so I want to take a second there. That was a 4 elite path with the Defect, who has a notoriously difficult time starting a run, and we almost got away with it. Almost. If we had have gotten away with that, that would have been ridiculous. Now, unfortunately, we don't get to start with the Nias bonus, but that's okay. We'll be able to recuperate. Oh, there's a path with a lot of rest so that I can upgrade the essential earlies. All right, we'll do that. I do have the ability to kill the backliner. See, the thing is, if I double defend this turn, I'm taking still 6 damage. If I kill the backliner, one of them is gone and I'm taking 8 damage. So I'm taking 2 more damage, but I'm significantly reducing the complexity of the fight going onwards. No. We'll take the less damage. Yeah, because now if dual cast hit the back line at all, which didn't, but that's fine. Alright, we still managed to get out of that without taking the extra 2 damage. Okay, we got a strength potion there. I want to run a defensive build, so I'm looking at that cool head and going, okay, that's our key. That's our way in. Really not pleased to see all of my defense cards there, because now I know that I'm undefended for this turn. Rough. Alright. Not the order I meant to do those in, but it worked out. Tempest? See, I need a way to consistently generate orb slots before Consume is like a really good pickup for us. Like Inserter or Fission or a ridiculous amount of capacitors, although I wouldn't really want to do it in that deck. I think I'll just take Tempests. Or, you know, Tempest individually. Tempest singular. Well, there goes Thunderstrike, unfortunately. Sunder isn't upgraded, but it's like a valuable card. Alright, I'll take Capacitor and I'll remove a card. We're gonna get deep into these orbs. Love to play Capacitor there, but I do want to fully defend. Hey, I can actually fully defend here. I don't actually want to Tempest that turn if I can avoid it. Tempest this turn, though. That's fine. Because it basically guarantees lethal next turn, because the enemy never defends for more than 6. Focus Potion. Beautiful. That's one of the reasons that I want to run this build, right? Because you can actually just hold a Focus Potion in the same way that you can hold a Strength Potion or a Dex Potion before a fight. You can hold the Focus Potion and just wait on using it. Also upgrade Tempest. Since I don't have any extra energy, upgrading the Cool-Headed to draw an extra card isn't like a great thing for us right now. This is pretty good, actually. Because it leads to a turn like this. Zap, a zap, and then just a ridiculous amount of damage to those. And, in fact, you're already both dead. Hell yes. Actually, looking at the Reinforced Body here. Primarily just as a defensive card while I set up the rest of my stuff. I am looking at the Doom and Gloom. It's a little bit of AoE, but it also gives you the channeled Dark Orb that you can suddenly blow up at any time. I don't think we can really afford to bake an orb for a really long time, because I think a lot of our defense is going to come by evoking the Frost Orbs that we get from the Cool-Headed. So I think we'll take a Reinforced Body as a defensive card. I'm actually tempted also to upgrade it, but I do need the extra orb slots because I don't have any consistent way of generating them, so I'll take the Capacitor. Gambling Ship at the start of each combat. Discard as many cards as you'd like and draw that many. Now we'll upgrade the Reinforced Body. Do I take on an Elite? Yeah, because that shop's not actually going to be useful for me. Sure. For the record, I didn't actually mean to accept that opening hand. I was just clicking maniacally in the center of the screen. So 17. If I Cool-Headed, I'll be getting 4, and then I Reinforced after that, and I'm fine. Sure. Tempest murders everything? Tempest murders everything. Focus Potion again. Hell yes. I am looking a little bit at that Ball Lightning right now, but I'm more so looking at Blizzard because I am planning on picking up Glacier. Okay. Good. I just want to set up as many orbs as I possibly can before I wake up the enemy. Next turn, the enemy is waking up. Probably to 2 Focus Potions. 2? 1. 1. Yeah, 1. Okay, we're blocking 16. It's lightning time. See, this gives me the ability to just let all of my orbs do all of my attacks. Because it's 15 this turn, right? So if I Cool-Headed, Blizzard, then we're dead. Beautiful. And completely defended the entire time. Old Coin, gain 300 gold, as well as Lock on Reinforced Body and Melter. I don't think I take a second reinforced body. I also don't think I take a lock on here. Remove a card, sure. Pretty much always going to be the strikes. Actually looking at keeping the reinforced body here, right? The incoming damage is 21. Incoming damage is 21, so we use this. That gives us 18. This gives us 2, so we actually take 1 damage. That's really, really little damage to take. Considering the aggression of that opening turn, taking only 1 damage there, I feel pretty good. Not too pleased about this one, though. Because that was considerably more. If I can get Data Disc, I am going to be very pleased with myself. The Data Disc is just a relic that gives you a passive +1 focus. It would be pretty damn significant for this run. Alright, Explosive Potion gives us Claw, Amplify Skim. We don't really shuffle through our deck fast enough to use Claw. We have exactly 1 power in the deck, so Amplify is not that great. And we've already got the Cool-Headed doing the draws for us, so Skim isn't that great for us either. Alright. I'm going to upgrade the Blizzard so that it scales 50% faster. This is almost certainly my opening hand already, so quite pleased. Not pleased to see Tempest go. It's not going to go. I'm just going to cast it there basically as a zap that exhausts. Okay, so the enemy's casting 24 damage. 24 damage means that 4 and 4, so I can actually strike before I reinforce body. Still be completely defended. So the only way that I really have to translate my build as it currently stands into damage is Blizzard. Barrage is a great way of translating this build into damage, but we don't have Barrage, do we? Obviously, the occasional lightning orbs are pretty good for it, but they are just that, right? Occasional. So what we're going to need is a couple more potent ways of not evoking, but creating and channeling these frost orbs. Okay, so I'm gaining 12 from this, 7 from that, 12 and 7's 19, plus the burn. Yeah, we're defended. So I don't even have to dual cast here. Beautiful. Alright, alright. We've got 15 damage coming in this turn. Yeah, I was worried about this. 15, so I've got in hand current is 24, 30, and 15. Alright, so I either use a strength potion or explosive potion. I think the explosive potion is actually going to be more effective next floor. Alright, we still perfected that fight. Random power added to your hand. It costs 0. Really, really handy. Thunderstrike? If I had Amplify, I would now take Creative AI because it always means the Amplify would be active. Meteor Strike is a no-go. We don't really have a way to generate for it. Thunderstrike is interesting because Thunderstrike then becomes just another way for us to suddenly deal a bunch of damage, right? Like a Tempest and the Zap both being in the deck, it being relatively thin. So basically we're scaling with both Frost and Lightning if we take Thunderstrike. Thunderstrike effectively just becomes a finisher. You can't cast it unless it kills. Alright, I'm going to take it. I think it's more important that we be able to set ourselves up. Like, I'm trying to make an argument right now for why I should take Nuclear Battery rather than Runic Dome, but the thing is, we evoke our orbs really quickly. So the Runic Battery is going to be effectively a Lantern plus a trigger of Sundial occasionally for me. And now that we have, you know, like a 3 cost, an X cost, an X cost, it's I'm really sorry about this one, but it has to be the Runic Dome. Alright, well, I'll see some of you at the end of the episode. This is Ascension. I really can't just shirk the correct decision. I do apologize. There's a path with a bunch of elites here. I can choose where I want to go later, though. Definitely need to take Zap. Probably need to take Capacitor. See, I really want to get cool-headed started here. But this is actually a ridiculous amount of damage. And we only need to block for 10 next turn. Alright, so... Well, dual cast, strike, reinforced body blocks us for 18. Enemy does 10 damage, makes us frail. This turn they're doing 20 damage. Right, and then this kills. That's basically what I was waiting for, right? No, can't take any of those. Upgrade a card. I am actually considering upgrading the Thunderstrike. Because, like, that was a 2-turn match, and we had a Thunderstrike by 7 go on. Alright, I'm actually just going to use Reinforced. Oh, damn it. Really? Power card? Oh, creative ally. I might have to use my explosive potion here if I want to save my money. I do want to save my money because I've got stuff coming up. Alright, I'm also going to take some damage here. I'm basically using the Tempest for its full value right now so that I've got 5 more charges on my Thunderstrike when it comes out. So that if either of them decide to defend, they're still screwed. Beautiful. Storm, do I have many powers in my deck? I think I have exactly 1. I am likely to pick up some more powers, though. And it's a nice way to channel some lightning. Yeah. I mean, this would buff the Thunderstrike again, but the Thunderstrike is already... Like, getting 1 more lightning out there is as effective as Jax on 5 different lightning channels, right? So I think instead of getting Jax, I just focus more on channeling my lightning. So getting powers and things like that. Okay. Well, good news and bad news. Good news, there's a lot of really, really good things here. Bad news, there's so many good things here. Glacier is pretty obviously ridiculous. Card removal is pretty obviously ridiculous. That's 172. And then I could take a Gremlin Horn. This deck isn't really going to heavily benefit from Unceasing Top because we have such high energy cards and we have the X-Cost cards. So, yeah, I think it's Gremlin Horns so that when I kill an enemy, I can still start my chain again and start defending. That'll also allow me... one of the big things about Gremlin Horn is it starts to transform what previously would be finishes for you into actual cards that you can play over the course of an attack, right? Okay, so that's applying vulnerability. That's not really what I want. Storm Capacitor double cool-headed is not actually going to defend me. Uh-oh. Yeah, life is a problem. We didn't get a defensive card there. Okay, that cost for 2 is enough. Oh. I thought that was going to be enough. Okay, it's fine. It wasn't. It's okay. We'll have our lightning soon. It'll be fine. Lightning strike. So 6 by 9 is a perfect number. 54, right? If I make my enemy... It's 54, right? Yeah. If I make my enemy vulnerable, 54 gets increased by 27, so it goes to 7... It's 81, and then the lightning kills. Alright. Jutsu Bracelet. Regular enemy combats are no longer encountered in question mark rooms, as well as chill. Has to be chill. Really glad that I found that chill, actually. Because before I just had no chill. I can't take the bites there, unfortunately. I really do want to rest here, but also it's pretty important that I start upgrading my stuff. Are other bosses going to be easier for me? No, they're not. Other bosses, I mean elites. No, they're not. So I think I actually do die if I don't. Every 10th attack you play deals double damage. Okay, if we line that up with the Thunderstrike, that's going to be ridiculous. Okay. Enchiridion? No! Necronomicon! That's actually the one that I wanted. The first attack you play each turn costs 2 or more is played twice. If that hits the Thunderstrike, we just win. Right? Yeah, I now take Static Discharge. This deck is now about surviving until I cast Thunderstrike. Like, that previously kind of was what it was about. But now it's extremely about just that, basically. Okay, I want my defensive cards at the end. Okay, so I'm gonna get this in order. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, cool-headed before we do anything else. Yeah, because if we get Tempest, we just have to cast Tempest for as large as we can. Yeah. Capacitor, cool-headed. Backline has to be summoning this turn. Because you can't attack 2 turns in a row. That's just, like, hard-coded into you. Oh, this is really unfortunate. I'm going to get the Thunderstrike when the enemy actually has minions on board. You attacked? He went 2 turns with no one on the board and decided to attack. That is extremely uncommon. Does he have a different behavior in Ascension? Huh. I have to check that out, whether or not there's different behaviors for elites in and outside of Ascension, because I was 1000% sure that the enemy wasn't going to do that. Hey, guess what? As it turns out, Runic Dome was the wrong choice. Good lord. I was so certain. Oh well. That's our first episode of Straight Ascension failure. Whee! For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. That has been Ascension level 5 with the Defect. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time as we try it again.